My beloved child, I see you. I know the deepest yearnings of your soul, the questions that keep you awake at night, the dreams that set your heart on fire. You are not here by happenstance. Our paths were destined to cross at this pivotal moment. Every breath you take, every step you wander, is guided by me. Quiet your mind's incessant chatter, and let my words wash over you like a warm spring rain. Brace yourself, for what I'm about to share may ruffle your spirit's feathers. My truths will shake the very foundations upon which you've built your reality. I aim not to condemn, but to set you free from the invisible shackles that have bound your potential. Open your eyes, your ears, your entire being to the transformation I have in store. The radiance within you is ready to blaze with eternal glory. You stand at a crossroads, balancing on a razor's edge between the mortal and the divine. One path leads deeper into the dense forest of the ego, that voracious beast that endlessly craves, consumed by base desires and primal fears. This well-trodden trail seems comforting in its familiarity, but it is a road to spiritual starvation, disconnecting you from the boundless ocean of my love. The other path ascends through terrifying yet luminous unknown territories. It is rocky, winding, demanding every fiber of your courage. This is the path of true surrender, of demolishing the illusion of separation from your Creator. Each step will shed layers of the false self until your authentic essence emerges, reborn in the radiant truth of your divine nature. My words today are a blazing torch to light your way through the soul's dark night. I beckon you to relinquish your vice-like grip on the ego's insatiable hunger. Release your white-knuckled stranglehold on the illusion of scarcity, the world's siren song that constantly whispers, "More, more, more is never enough." When you loosen those clenched fists, the overflow of my abundance will come rushing in like a crashing wave. You cannot serve two masters: the ego's futile grasping and my infinite outpouring of grace. One orientation points inward, amassing fortresses around the self. The other faces outward, existing as a humble vessel for my glory to pour through. One is a confining prison cell, the other the undying freedom you were born to embody. Look how the ego's whispers of lack contort your desires, convincing you that any hunger stems from deficiency rather than holy longing. Its deceptive murmurs cause you to anxiously hoard, fortifying borders around your spirit, instead of remaining ever open to my ceaseless flow. This fearful scarcity creates a vortex, violently pulling in more and more, while leaving you depleted and spiritually asphyxiated. I offer you a new lens, a sacred way of seeing, hearing, being. Like a snake shedding its old tattered skin, you can molt the ego's heavy armor piece by piece. Breathe into the spaciousness of our divine union, where all needs are tenderly met without grasping. Release your grip on the illusion of separation, and your palms will remain eternal wells of infinite receiving and giving. Your wanting is a bridge to my heart. The very fact that you hunger is evidence of the vastness to which you are beckoned. I am the very source inspiring each of your holy yearnings. Will you clasp my hand and allow me to lead? Rise above the limited human compulsive consumption. Rise above the deathly slumbers of scarcity, victimhood, and blind spiritual amnesia. Rise, my love, into the truth of your being, a majestic wellspring overflowing with my abundance. Rise into your birthright to wield the lavish resources of my kingdom. You were seeded by the stars. Let that which has been veiled within you blossom into full bloom. Trust the inexhaustible currents flowing through your veins. They are born of the same source as every river, ocean, and shooting star. Your desires are carved into the cosmic script as sacred verses, destined to unfurl into reality when united with my will. I whisper to the depths of your being through each holy longing, each resonant desire. Can you hear my voice's loving intonations beckoning you ever inward? The devil would have you believe you move through a cold, inherently hostile universe where every need must be grasped and hoarded out of desperation. This is the dismal veil obscuring your sight, blinding you to the generous abundance constantly raining down upon you. Like a rich landowner raising the drawbridge over a bottomless moat, the devil barricades you from my beneficence flowing in all directions. He keeps you locked in a self-imposed spiritual famine. My child, you were born to live in a state of open receiving and giving as one harmonious flow. This is the way of your true nature, the path of your soul's liberation. So let this be the day you loosen your grip, letting my infinite stream rush through your hands like a river of diamonds. Rather than hoarding and clenching around perceived scarcity, turn your palms into open windows through which my abundance endlessly cascades. Let go of the ego's orientation of lack and breathe into the liberating expansiveness of our divine union. From this space of openness and trust, all ample provision is yours. I do not speak of a mindless, narcissistic greed to be slaked. That is the devil's voracious counterfeit, a dark parody of the generous flow I offer you. What I provide is an inexhaustible fountain of soul nourishment. When you remain fearlessly open as an untouched vessel, I can endlessly fill you with the revitalizing waters of my spirit. Then, in your constant state of overflowing, you effortlessly pour out and pour out and pour out in blessing to all those whose lives you touch. I am the constantly self-renewing source, the eternal bread of life. When you stop anxiously looking elsewhere to fill your imagined cravings, you find me ever present, replenishing you from the inside with ultimate fulfillment. My abundance is not external, my love, though it expresses itself in the material realm. No amount of world's riches could ever satiate the vastness of your deepest longings. Like a black hole's gravitational pull, the ego's hunger only grows more violently voracious the more it feeds. Only I can nourish the expansive eternal essence of who you are at your core. I do not simply give you infinite supply. I am the infinite supply itself, flowing directly into the innermost chamber of your being. From this space of surrender and openness, the portal of our intimate union, your soul's chalice is endlessly replenished from the source of all creation. And the more you allow yourself to be filled from within, the more effortlessly you become a regenerative source of blessing to the world around you. My love overflows as a gift through you, not because of anything you've done to earn or deserve it. It is my very nature spilling forth in endless creative self-expression. My beloved child, there is a truth that courses through the veins of existence like lifeblood. Your spirit is eternal, fashioned in the image of the divine. Though your flesh is but a temporary vessel, within beats a heart attuned to the cadences of eternity. I urge you to peer beyond the distractions that clutter this earthly plane and fix your gaze upon the unseen realms where your true essence resides. The world, with its myriad temptations, clamors to ensnare you in the coils of mere survival. A wretched state where the soul gasps for air, suffocating beneath the weight of fleeting desires. In such a place, one becomes a hollow reed, swaying whichever way the winds of circumstance blow. But you, my precious one, were meant for something far grander. Envision a spectacle more wondrous than any conjured by mortal minds, a vast shimmering expanse where the melodies of eternity whisper their secrets. This is the dominion of the Spirit, the wellspring from which all life flows in an endless, effervescent stream. It is here that you were first kindled, a spark struck from the eternal flame, destined to burn with the radiant fire of my love. In contrast, the flesh, that temporal husk you inhabit, is but a shadowy reflection, a realm of echoes and phantoms. To surrender to its cravings is to embrace a path strewn with the bleached bones of unfulfilled longings, each withered husk a mute testament to the emptiness that awaits those who mistake the carnal for the divine. I speak not of material poverty, for even amidst lacking, one may bask in the resplendent riches of the Spirit. No, the deprivation I warn against is far more insidious, a famine that starves the soul, leaving it to wither upon the barren plains of worldly pursuits. In such a state, one becomes a hollow gourd, parched and brittle, rolling aimlessly at the whims of circumstance. My aim is not to scold, but to unveil the resplendent truth that lies beyond the veil of flesh. For when the Spirit reigns untamed, a symphony of blessings resounds through every fiber of your being, wealth eternal, not mere coins that jingle like worthless baubles in the void. A love incandescent, not the fleeting flickers of passion that flare and die in the blink of an eye. Purpose profound, not the empty strivings that leave one a rudderless vessel, tossed upon an ocean of purposelessness. I yearn for you to experience the rapture of existing, fully aligned with the essence that emanated from my boundless depths, to let your spirit soar unfettered. The path is arduous, make no mistake. The world shall hurl every obstacle, every beguiling mirage in your path, seeking to divert you from the blessed way. But fear not, my child, for I am thy shelter amidst the storm, an unassailable rampart against which the waves of turmoil shall ever crash in vain. Heed not the siren's call of the flesh, that harbinger of death and decay that masquerades in myriad guises. It is a thief, seeking to pilfer the priceless treasures of your spirit and leave you dispossessed, a beggar wandering the wastes in search of sustenance that can never slake your deepest longings. Instead, lift your gaze skyward, where the radiant spires of my eternal kingdom blaze like beacons amidst the mortal gloom. With every exhalation, expel the stale air that has stagnated in the chambers of your soul, and let my invigorating breath infuse you with the fervent fire of transcendence. I offer you the transcendent gift of clarity, to perceive the world with the unblinking gaze of the divine. From this exalted vantage, the world's trinkets and baubles shrink to mere specks, their luster dimmed and lurid colors muted by the radiance of my infinite love for you. What once seemed irresistible, whispers of temptation, dissolve into the dissonant murmurs they truly are, echoes destined to dissipate unheeded into the vastness. So come, let us walk the path of the illumined. Fear not the night, for I am your guiding star, my love a beacon to light your way. And when you falter, as all inevitably do, I shall raise you up on the wings of my infinite tenderness. I offer you a supreme truth, to live in the world unshackled by its fetters, to let your spirit roam unfettered, sovereign and supreme over the earthly distractions that would bind you. So let not the insidious tendrils of survival instinct ensnare you, my radiant one. There is a grandeur that far surpasses this shadowed realm of wearied flesh and craven longing, a splendor that shall sweep you up in its rapturous tides, bearing you aloft on the currents of my everlasting love. This is my promise, emblazoned across the infinite skies. From this day, into the endless stretches of forevermore, I shall inundate your spirit with inexhaustible oceans of grace. Let your soul's thirst be forever quenched, and your yearning heart find its rest in the still waters that await you in the meadows of eternity. My dear child, I come to you today with a message of profound truth, one that has the power to shatter the chains that have kept you bound to a life of mere survival. You, my beloved creation, were fashioned in the very image of the divine, imbued with a sacred spark that has the capacity to illuminate even the darkest recesses of this world. Yet far too often that radiant light within you lies hidden, obscured beneath layers of doubt, fear, and a limited understanding of your true potential. I urge you to look deep within yourself, to peel back the veils that have shrouded your spirit for so long. There, in the very core of your being, you will find embers of hope and purpose still glowing, waiting to be fanned into a mighty flame. You have felt it in fleeting moments, those brief glimpses of a life filled with abundance, joy, and unshakable peace. Those glimmers, my child, are not mere wishful thinking or idle fantasy. They are rays of my eternal glory breaking through the clouds of your current circumstances, reminding you that you were created for so much more than an existence defined by constant striving and struggle. The life I have envisioned for you is not one of perpetual toil, where each day is spent merely trying to keep your head above water. I did not breathe my very essence into you, so that you would remain trapped in a cycle of survival, your spirit slowly eroded by the weight of unending demands and challenges. That scarcity mindset, which keeps your focus locked on lack and limitation, only serves to blind you to the abundant blessings that I have already poured out upon you. How can you ever hope to thrive when your every thought is consumed by what you do not have? My heart's desire is to see you step into the fullness of the destiny I have prepared for you. The path I have laid before you is one of boundless potential and purpose, a journey filled with opportunities to experience my goodness and grace in ever-increasing measure. But you cannot walk this path with your eyes constantly fixed on the ground beneath your feet, believing that your present circumstances are all that there is or ever will be. This limited perspective will only keep you stuck in a cycle of want and insufficiency, causing you to settle for mere crumbs when I have prepared a banquet table overflowing with provision for you. It is time to break free from the chains of lack and limitation, my child. It is time to embrace the truth of who you are and the abundant life that is your birthright as a child of the Most High. The world around you is a testament to my extravagant generosity and care, a living canvas upon which I have painted countless reminders of my love and provision. From the intricacy of a delicate flower to the majesty of a towering mountain, every detail of creation speaks of a God whose very nature is abundance, and whose desire is to lavish his children with every good thing. You, my precious one, are a vital part of that creation, fashioned in my very image to be a reflection of my goodness and grace to the world around you. I did not form you from the dust of the earth and breathe life into your being, so that you would spend your days lost in a haze of lack and limitation, constantly striving to prove your worth or compete with others for meager scraps of provision. That is the antithesis of the abundant life I desire for you, a life marked by the confident assurance that every need is met and every desire fulfilled in me. So I invite you to lay down the heavy burden of self-reliance and step into the freedom of complete dependence on me. Cast off the tattered rags of insufficiency and put on the robe of righteousness that I have purchased for you with my very own blood. Stop striving to hold on to blessings that were never meant to be hoarded, but rather to flow through you in an unending stream of generosity and grace. My supply is limitless, my well of provision never runs dry. You need only to reach out in faith and receive what I have already made available to you. The reality is that you are already living in a world overflowing with my goodness and bounty, a realm where every need is met and every dream is possible. The key to unlocking this abundant life is not found in striving or self-effort, but rather in simply opening your eyes to the provision that is already all around you. It is a matter of shifting your perspective from one of lack and limitation to one of expectancy and faith, trusting that I am working behind the scenes. And yet, so often, you hesitate to step into this reality, held back by fear and doubt. You approach each new day braced for disappointment and lack, believing that scarcity and hardship are your inevitable lot in life. But that is not the truth of who you are or what I have called you to. I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, anchored in the unshakable assurance that in me you lack nothing. You are fully equipped and abundantly resourced to face every challenge and overcome every obstacle that stands in the way of your God-given destiny. So I urge you to approach each new day with a sense of expectancy and faith, trusting that every step you take is ordered by my loving hand. Cultivate a vision of victory and abundance, allowing thoughts of overcoming limitations and fulfilling your deepest dreams to take root in the fertile soil of your mind and heart. Nurture those seeds of hope and purpose with the water of my word and the light of my spirit, watching in awe as they sprout and grow into a lush garden of blessing and abundance. Remember, my child, that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a victor in Christ. I have planted within you the very seeds of divine potential, a sacred spark that has the power to transform not only your own life, but the lives of countless others. Your creativity, your passion, your unique gifting, these are not mere accidents of birth, but rather carefully crafted tools meant to be used for my glory and the advancement of my kingdom. So often you have allowed those gifts to lie dormant, buried beneath a weight of fear, insecurity, and self-doubt. You have resigned yourself to a life of mediocrity and scarcity, believing the lie that you are somehow unworthy or ill-equipped to step into the fullness of your God-given potential. But that is not the truth of who you are, my beloved. You are a child of the King, royalty in the very lineage of heaven itself. You carry within you the capacity to dream dreams and see visions that have the power to reshape the very fabric of reality. I invite you to step into that birthright today, to shake off the shackles of smallness and step into the spacious place of your God-ordained destiny. Allow your imagination to soar on the wings of possibility, daring to dream with me as we co-create a future that is beyond your wildest imaginings. Let go of the past disappointments and failures that have held you back for so long, and embrace the new thing that I am doing in your life. For I am the God of fresh starts and new beginnings, the one who makes all things new. As you step out in faith and obedience, you will find that my grace is sufficient for every challenge you face, my strength made perfect in your weakness. You will discover a depth of joy and fulfillment that you never knew was possible, as you begin to live out the abundant life that I have always intended for you. And as you do, you will become a beacon of hope and light to a world that is desperate for the touch of the divine. So rise up, my child, and take your place in the grand story that I am writing across the pages of history. Embrace the truth of who you are and the limitless potential that lies within you. Allow my love to cast out every fear and my grace to empower you for every good work. And as you do, you will find that the life of abundance and purpose that you have always longed for is not some distant dream, but a present reality, waiting for you to step into with faith and expectancy. My dear child, I know the paths you have walked and the challenges you have faced. Through every trial, my light has guided you, even when it seemed but a distant glimmer. You have remained under the protection of my unwavering love, held secure in my embrace. A new season now arrives, filled with hope and the promise of renewal. Just as the morning dew refreshes the earth, my presence brings restoration to the weary soul. Let this be a time of leaving the past behind and stepping into the new life I have prepared for you. I am your steadfast refuge, a sure foundation amid life's uncertainties. The promises I have placed within you will come to fruition, each one a testament to my faithfulness. No challenge is too great, no need too vast for me to meet when you place your trust fully in my care. As the mighty trees reach toward the heavens, so too will you flourish and bear good fruit in the purpose I have ordained for you. Nourished by my abundant provision, you will extend your life in blessing to others, a living example of the plenty found in me. Partake freely of the bountiful goodness of my kingdom, where every longing finds fulfillment in the riches of my grace. Engrave this truth in the depths of your heart. I will provide for your every need according to my glorious abundance. You need not be confined by earthly limitations or a mentality of lack, for in me you are more than a conqueror. Your destiny is not bound by this temporal world, but soars in the boundless realms of my spirit, where scarcity has no place. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that I am your provider. I delight in blessing my children with good things. Lift your eyes to me in faith, trusting that my generosity exceeds your greatest imaginings. For I do not withhold any good thing from those who follow me with an upright heart. When the concerns of this life threaten to overwhelm, remember that I am greater than any hardship you face. Cast your burdens upon me and let me sustain you with my strength. My peace, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind as you rest in the assurance of my constant presence. As a loving father cares for his children, so will I watch over you and attend to your needs. I am attuned to even the quietest sigh of your heart, the unspoken prayers that rise from your spirit. Nothing escapes my notice, for you are precious to me. Though the journey may at times lead through valleys veiled in shadow, do not fear, for I am with you, my rod and staff, a comfort and guide. I will lead you to green pastures beside quiet waters, restoring your soul. Even in the presence of adversity, I will prepare a table of provision for you, anointing your life with the oil of my gladness. My child, you are never alone. My spirit resides within you, a constant companion to strengthen, teach, and comfort. When you feel weak, tap into my infinite power. When you lack wisdom, ask and I will give generously. When sorrow threatens to overwhelm, let my joy be your strength. I have given you everything you need to live victoriously. Remain rooted in my word, for it is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Hide my truths in your heart, meditating on them day and night. As you align your life with my instructions, you will flourish like a tree planted by living waters, prospering in all you do. Remember that I am not distant or unapproachable, but an ever-present help in times of trouble. Draw near to me and I will draw near to you. Seek my face and you will find me waiting with open arms, ready to fill you with my spirit afresh. My love for you is everlasting, my mercies new every morning. I have called you by name. You are mine. I have summoned you for a purpose. You are not an accident, but a divine being, created in my image to reflect my glory to the world. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you and set you apart for my plans. I've gifted you and equipped you to fulfill your unique role. Do not let the opinions of others define your worth, for your value rests secure in my unconditional love. My thoughts toward you are precious and innumerable, surpassing the very grains of sand. I am for you and not against you, working all things together for your ultimate good according to my perfect will. When fears assail and doubts whisper discouragement, recall this unshakable promise. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not hardship nor persecution, not danger nor any power in heaven or on earth. My love is a force mightier than death itself and is yours forever. I am the God of hope, able to fill you with joy and peace as you trust in me. I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. My promises are yes and amen, as dependable as the rising and setting of the sun. They are an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. As a shepherd tends his flock, I watch over my own. I gather the lambs in my arms and carry them close to my heart. I gently lead those who are weary and burdened. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Find rest for your soul in the green pastures of my loving care. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Abide in me, and let my words abide in you. Remain in my love and keep my commands. As you do, my joy will be in you, and your joy will be complete. This is my desire, that your life overflows with the fullness of my blessings. My child, look to me in all things. I am your rock, your fortress, your deliverer. I am your strength and your shield, your ever-present help. I will never leave you nor forsake you. My love endures forever. My faithfulness extends to all generations. Trust in my unfailing love, walk in the light of my countenance, and let the peace that passes understanding guard your heart and mind as you rest in the security of my eternal affection. You are loved with an everlasting love, treasured beyond measure, and nothing can ever separate you from the immensity of my love. My dearest child, since the dawn of creation, I have held you close to my heart. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew you and cherished every fiber of your being. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted by my own hands. Though the world may whisper lies of lack and limitation, I speak a higher truth over you. My love for you is not bound by earthly constraints or mortal understanding. It flows from the very depths of eternity, a wellspring that will never run dry. When you abide in the shelter of my presence, scarcity and want become foreign concepts, for I am your ultimate provider. I see past the surface of your circumstances and gaze upon the hidden beauty within you. Even when you stumble or falter, my affection remains unshakable. I do not love you based on your performance or achievements, but simply because you are mine. Nothing can separate you from the endless ocean of my love. In a world that chases fleeting pleasures and temporary satisfactions, I offer you something of far greater value, a life of true abundance. This is not mere material wealth or earthly comforts, but a richness of spirit that transcends the physical realm. When you seek me above all else, I will fill your cup to overflowing with joy, peace, and purpose. As you navigate the uncertainties of this life, trust in my perfect plan for you. Each trial and challenge is an opportunity for me to reveal my faithfulness and shower you with grace. Lean into my strength when your own feels depleted, and I will renew you from the inside out. I have set eternity within your heart, a longing for a reality beyond the temporal. This world is but a shadow of my true kingdom, where every tear will be wiped away and every broken piece made whole. As you fix your eyes on this eternal hope, the troubles of today will fade in comparison to the glory that awaits you. My child, you are never alone in your struggles and sorrows. I am with you always, a constant companion and comforter. When the burdens of life feel too heavy to bear, cast them upon me and I will carry them for you. My yoke is easy and my burden is light, for I will walk beside you every step of the way. In a culture that often values busyness and striving, I invite you to rest in my presence. It is in the quiet moments of communion with me that your soul will find true refreshment. As you prioritize time in my word and in prayer, I will align your heart with mine and guide your steps on the path of righteousness. Though the enemy may try to distract you with worries and fears, remember that I have already secured the victory. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, for I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. When you abide in me and I in you, nothing can separate you from my love or derail my purposes for your life. I have endowed you with unique gifts and talents, placing dreams within your heart that only you can fulfill. Do not let doubt or insecurity hinder you from stepping into the fullness of your calling. When I call you to a task, I will equip you with everything you need to accomplish it. Trust in my empowering presence, even when the way seems unclear. As you offer yourself as a living sacrifice, I will use you to impact the world in ways you never imagined. Your life is a vessel for my love and light to flow through, touching the hearts of those around you. Do not underestimate the power of a kind word, a compassionate act, or a humble prayer. These are the seeds of my kingdom, planted in faith and watered by my Spirit. Above all, remember that my love for you is not based on your worthiness or performance, but on my unchanging character. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. A God of endless compassion, unfailing faithfulness, and relentless pursuit. No matter where you find yourself in this journey of life, my arms are always open wide to welcome you home. So come to me, my child, and find rest for your weary soul. Allow my love to heal your deepest wounds and my truth to anchor your identity. As you surrender your plans and desires to me, I will lead you on a grand adventure far beyond your wildest dreams. For I am able to do immeasurably more than you could ever ask or imagine. Lean into my embrace and let my love wash over you afresh. Quiet the noise of the world and listen for the whisper of my still, small voice. I am speaking words of hope, courage, and destiny over you. In the midst of life's storms and uncertainties, I am your firm foundation. When the winds of change blow and the waves of adversity crash against you, I will be your unshakable anchor. Cling to me and I will steady your heart with my perfect peace. I have set you apart for a purpose, my child. You are not a mistake or an accident, but a chosen vessel for my glory. Do not let the opinions of others define you or the setbacks of life discourage you. Your identity is rooted in me, and I call you beloved, redeemed, and anointed. As you step out in faith and obedience, I will make your path straight and your steps secure. I will lead you beside still waters and guide you through the valley of the shadow of death. My goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in my presence forever. I am the author and finisher of your faith, the Alpha and Omega of your story. From beginning to end, I hold you in the palm of my hand. Nothing can snatch you away from my loving grip or thwart the plans I have for you. Trust in my timing and my ways, even when they differ from your own. When the enemy tries to accuse you or shame you, remember that there is now no condemnation for those who are in me. I have removed your sins as far as the east is from the west, and I remember them no more. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. I have given you the keys to the kingdom, my child, the authority to bind and loose, to declare and decree, to pray and prophecy. As you align your words and actions with my heart, you will see my will manifest on earth as it is in heaven. Do not be afraid to step out in boldness and faith, for I am with you always. As you fix your eyes on me and seek first my kingdom, I will supply all your needs according to my riches in glory. I will open doors that no man can shut and close doors that no man can open. I will make a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Trust in my provision and my timing, for I know the plans I have for you. My beloved child, take heart and lift your eyes from the struggles and burdens of this world. Behold the beauty and wonder that surrounds you, for it is a reflection of my endless love. Attune your heart to my voice, and allow it to guide you from the wastelands of despair into the lush gardens of abundance I have prepared for you. Come, experience the boundless feast I have laid out for your soul, a banquet that stretches into eternity. Taste and see that I am good, and that my affection for you knows no limits. Trust in me, for I am who I say I am, and I will fulfill all that I have promised. Hold fast to this assurance, for it will be your shelter in the midst of life's storms. When the winds of adversity howl and it seems as though you are backed into a corner, remember that I am the God who delivers, the refuge for all who put their faith in me. I am the one who shatters shackles and leads my children out of captivity. both physical and spiritual. The more dire the circumstance, the more glorious the freedom I will bestow upon you. Though the path ahead may sometimes seem uncertain, know that I have already ordained each step you will take. My Spirit will illuminate the way, guiding you forward with each decision. It may feel counterintuitive to release the world's methods and rely solely on me, but in doing so, you will tap into a power that surpasses human limitations. For methods born of self-reliance can only yield results bound by the constraints of man. But by abiding in me, you will access the very power of the resurrection, which shatters stagnation and breathes life into even the most barren of situations. New horizons of flourishing await those who are willing to let go of temporary solutions and embrace a radical dependence on me. As you loosen your grasp on the fleeting comforts of this world, my Spirit will fill the void with a resilience and provision tailored specifically to your needs. I am not bound by the limitations of human systems or institutions. I can bring forth new realities with the same ease as drawing a breath, and I will do so for those who cling unwaveringly to my promises. This transition may feel unsettling at first, as you are unmoored from your former ways of coping. But do not be afraid, for I am the unshakable foundation upon which you can stand. As your old defenses and survival mechanisms crumble, making way for a transformed reality, I will be your rock and your shelter. My reassurance and comfort will soothe the rawness of this upheaval, for I am the constant in the midst of change, the unwavering source of new life. Place your trust fully in me, not in the institutions or achievements of man, but in the God whose vastness defies comprehension, yet whose intimacy is as tender as a loving embrace. I span the infinities of the universe while holding you close to my heart. As you yield yourself to me, I will lift you from the desolate plains of scarcity and lead you into realms of abundance that surpass your wildest dreams. The richness of life I offer goes beyond mere material possessions or worldly status. These things will fade into insignificance in the light of the profound spiritual wealth I long to impart to you. Allow your perspective to be reoriented, your eyes and imagination adjusted to the radiance of my kingdom. Step out of the confines of a world that settles for survival and into the vibrant reality of a life without limits. In this place, joy becomes the very air you breathe, rather than a fleeting moment of respite. Perfect peace will displace the tyranny of anxiety as you rest in the knowledge that I have already provided for your every need, even before you ask. Divine creativity will replace the limitations that once held you back, as I unleash new ideas and innovative solutions perfectly suited to the path I have crafted for you, and a love so deep and overwhelming will wash over you, erasing every trace of shame, fear, and insignificance. Open your heart and allow my extravagant affection to flood your being. Embrace the destiny I have woven into the very fabric of your soul from the moment you came into existence. Break free from the gravity of this earthly realm and soar on the winds of my spirit. Yield to the path of abundant life and watch in amazement as I remove every obstacle that stands in the way of your breakthrough. This is my heart's desire for you, to experience the fullness of my love, to flourish in the completeness of your being, and to walk in the freedom of your God-given purpose. This is no mere sentiment or platitude, but the breathtaking reality I have ordained as your inheritance from before the foundations of the world. Let this truth penetrate the very core of your being, like a healing balm for your deepest wounds. Nothing is impossible for me, your heavenly Father, the limitless source of all that is. In my kingdom, all things are constantly being made new, and this perpetual renewal extends to every facet of your life. The decrees of this world have no power here, for only my voice and my truth hold sway. Receive this as an objective fact, not a hollow promise. Let it be the unshakable foundation upon which you stand, reshaping your self-perception, renewing your expectations, and redefining your future. You were created for so much more than the limitations of this mortal existence. I have destined you for immeasurable heights and vast landscapes of beauty and provision. Step into this reality and allow the transformative power of my love to rearrange the very atmosphere around you. I have declared it, and it will come to pass. You are my beloved child, the one in whom I take great delight, and I have purposed to overwhelm you with blessing upon blessing, flowing from the unfathomable depths of my goodness. Leave behind any remnant of insufficiency, any belief in lack or fear of scarcity. These things were never meant to be a part of your identity or inheritance. I fashioned you with my own hands to soar on wings of revelation, to know me in all my fullness and to receive freely from my abundance. This is your birthright, my precious one, to live immersed in a perpetual feast, in ever-expanding realms of nourishment for your soul. Drink deeply from the river of life and let it revive and restore every part of your being. This is the existence I envisioned for you when I formed you in my heart long ago. Close your eyes and allow the torrent of my lavish, inexhaustible love to wash over you. Feel it saturating you with renewal as the old ways of thinking and living fall away. Let it erode every trace of anxiety, lack, and fear until the entire landscape of your life has been reshaped into an expanse of limitless, radiant possibility. Then open your eyes to behold the awe-inspiring wonder of creation in its full splendor. Marvel at the infinite creativity on display, colors beyond imagination, intricate patterns and structures surpassing human skill, ecosystems of perfect provision unfolding in ever-increasing complexity. This is the kingdom I have prepared for you, the inheritance that is rightfully yours. Rejoice and celebrate, for the reign of lack has been overthrown once and for all. Scarcity was never meant to hold sway over the realms that are yours by divine right. You have been set free into the dawning of a new day, where every need is met before it even arises. Rise up with joy and claim your blood-bought freedom, for you were born to thrive in perpetual abundance, forever flourishing in the overflow of my boundless generosity. My beloved, this is my promise to you, spoken from the depths of my heart to yours. Embrace it, believe it, and watch as I bring it to pass in your life. My beloved child, though the storms of life may rage and the shadows of doubt creep in, know that you are never alone. I am your unwavering refuge, your unshakable foundation. When the weight of the world presses upon your shoulders and survival seems your only goal, I whisper a truth that resounds through the ages. You were created for so much more. You are not merely a wanderer in the wilderness, but a destined traveler guided by my hand. Every step, every struggle, every triumph, all are woven into the intricate design of your life's purpose. Yet in times of hardship, it is easy to lose sight of this greater plan. The temptation arises to grasp at anything offering relief, even if it leads down paths that would ultimately ensnare you. The enemy of your soul delights in these moments, eagerly extending false comforts that crumble into dust and despair. But I tell you, my child, there is another way, a way that leads to freedom, to abundance, to joy insurmountable. It is the way of complete surrender, of placing your trust fully in me. For I am the well that never runs dry, the bread that eternally satisfies. When you make me your unshakable source, you will discover that I meet every need with lavish generosity. In a world that clamors for your attention and allegiance, I invite you to fix your gaze solely upon me. For in my presence, competition fades away and comparison loses its grip. You are uniquely, wondrously fashioned, not to imitate others, but to reflect my glory in ways only you can. As you abide in me, my love will flow through you, spilling over into the lives you touch. And those who witness my light shining through you will be drawn to the hope that defies earthly understanding. Do not be afraid to empty yourself of the cluttered pursuits and self-reliant striving, for it is in the emptying that I fill you anew. Like a vessel pure and ready, you become a conduit of my blessings, a channel of my grace. And as you pour out, I promise to pour in, pressed down, shaken together, overflowing. There will be times when the journey feels long and loneliness threatens to overwhelm. In those moments, remember that my love for you surpasses the boundaries of time and space. Even when the path ahead seems uncertain, my plans for you remain steadfast and true. I am working all things together for your good. So, my beloved, lean into me. Allow my strength to be your strength, my peace your anchor in the storm. Relinquish the burdens you were never meant to carry alone, and let me bear them for you. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. As you walk hand in hand with me, you will discover a life unshackled from fear and worry. A life where every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of my grace, every breath a testament to my sustaining power. A life where the lies of the enemy hold no sway, for you are rooted and grounded in the truth of who you are in me. Beloved, I am your firm foundation, your unassailable fortress. No matter what lies ahead, no matter how fierce the battles rage, you can rest secure in the promise of my unfailing love, for I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will guide you with my counsel and afterward receive you into glory. So let your heart take courage, my child. Fix your eyes on the unseen realm, where my eternal promises await. Let my word be your daily bread, nourishing your soul and illuminating your path. Lean into the community of believers I have placed in your life, for there is strength and comfort in the fellowship of the saints. And in the quiet moments, when the world falls away and it is just you and me, bask in the tenderness of my embrace. Let my love wash over you, healing every wound and restoring every broken place. For you are crafted with infinite care and destined for a future filled with hope and purpose. Take heart, my precious one. Though the journey may be long, I am with you every step of the way. I am your rock, your refuge, your redeemer, and I will never let you go. So lift your eyes to the heavens and let your heart soar on wings of faith. For the best is yet to come, and I have glorious plans in store for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. You are loved. You are cherished. You are mine, and nothing can ever separate you from the intensity of my love. Hold fast to this truth, my child. Let it be the anchor for your soul, the unshakable foundation upon which you build your life. For in me, you will find everything you need. Strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. You are never alone. My love surrounds you, upholds you, and carries you through every valley and over every mountain. So, dear child, rest in me. Let my love be your refuge, my presence your home, for I am your God, and you are my beloved. Now go forth in the power of my Spirit, living in freedom, confidence, and joy. Walk in the assurance that I am working all things together for your good, and that nothing can thwart my purposes for your life. Shine brightly in this world, reflecting the radiance of my glory. Let your life be a testament to the transforming power of my love. And know that wherever you go, I am with you. Your unshakable source, your unfailing guide, your everlasting Father. Beloved, you are precious in my sight, and I will love you with an everlasting love, now and forevermore. My dearest one, as you navigate the winding paths of this life, There will be moments when the darkness feels overwhelming, when the burdens seem too heavy to bear. In those times, I invite you to pause and remember the truth that echoes through eternity. You are never alone. I am the light that pierces through the deepest night, the comforter who whispers peace to your weary soul. When the storms of adversity rage around you, I am your unshakable shelter. When the voices of doubt and fear clamor for your attention, I am the still, small voice that speaks love and truth over you. In a world that often feels like a battlefield, it is easy to become fixated on survival, to grasp at anything that promises relief or security. But I tell you, my child, there is a higher way, a path that leads to true abundance and freedom. It is the way of surrender, of laying down your striving and self-reliance at the foot of the cross. It is the way of trusting me wholly and completely, of allowing my strength to be made perfect in your weakness. For when you yield your life to me, you open the floodgates of heaven's blessings. I know the weariness that weighs upon your heart, the scars that you carry from battles fought and wounds endured. But I also see the beauty that lies within you, the glimmers of hope that refuse to be extinguished. Every trial you face, every tear you shed, every prayer you whisper, all are precious to me. So, my beloved, do not lose heart. Fix your gaze upon me, the author and perfecter of your faith. Let my word be the lamp unto your feet and the light unto your path. Feast upon the manna of my presence, and let my living water satisfy the deepest thirst of your soul. As you abide in me, you will find strength for the journey, wisdom for the decisions, and peace that surpasses all understanding. You will discover that in me, you have everything you need. I am your portion and your inheritance, your shield and your exceedingly great reward. And when the enemy whispers lies of inadequacy or unworthiness, silence them with the truth of who you are in me. You are chosen, redeemed, and deeply loved. You are a citizen of heaven, a warrior in my kingdom. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, for you are covered by the blood of the Lamb. So, rise up, my child. Put on the full armor of God and take your stand against the schemes of the enemy. Wield the sword of the Spirit, which is my word, and let faith be your shield. For in me, you are more than a conqueror. And as you walk in the power of my Spirit, let your life be a beacon of hope to those around you. Let your words be seasoned with grace, your actions flavored with kindness. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Extend forgiveness freely, just as I have forgiven you. For in a world starved for authentic love, you carry the light of my presence. You are my hands and feet, my ambassador of reconciliation. And as you pour out my love to others, you will find your own cup overflowing. Remember, my precious one, that I am with you always. I will never leave you nor forsake you. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I have called you by name. You are mine. So trust in me with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will direct your paths. Rest in the assurance that my love for you is unchanging, unshakable, and everlasting. And when the final chapter of your earthly story draws to a close, know that it is but the beginning of an eternal adventure in my presence. I will wipe away every tear from your eyes. And there shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things will have passed away. Until that day, my beloved, hold fast to my promises. Let them be the anchor for your soul, the rock upon which you stand. Keep your eyes fixed on the unseen realm where glory awaits. and let the anticipation of that glorious future fill your heart with unshakable hope. I am with you, I am for you, and I love you with an everlasting love. You are my beloved child, the delight of my heart, and nothing can ever separate you from the depths of my love. Walk in this truth, my precious one. Let it be the melody that echoes through your days, the rhythm that guides your steps. For in me you have everything you need for life and godliness. I am your God, your Father, your friend, and my love for you knows no bounds. Forever and always, your Abba Father.